Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. How's it going? Hope all is going well. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a tough week for me. It's not something that I typically open up about or talk about in any kind of capacity, to be completely honest. But it is something that is weighing a little bit heavy on my mind today. So I figure while we're doing some stuff and some things, might as well let you guys in on it, figure some stuff out, and just kind of get some stuff off my chest in terms of the venting. Again, not something I normally do, but we're going to go for it. So, let's park yourself down, get yourself a snack, and just enjoy the ride. As we all are in this particular world, we are enjoying every aspect of it. The grinding, the not grinding, all the different things. And little by little, we're getting it going. Yeah. So anyway, what I wanted to talk to you today about is just some depression that I've been going through. It's something that I definitely cannot control, and something that I struggle with from time to time. Specifically and usually around my birthday is the worst one of them by far, which was almost a month ago, actually. I was going to say a few weeks ago, but almost a month ago. And for some reason, I just haven't been able to really shake it. And it's kind of, it's weighing on me a little bit. I should preface this by saying this is going to be a little bit of the serious conversation here today. If that's not for you, definitely tune out. Any support that I receive from this one always is appreciated, even though I may or may not acknowledge it in the next episode. I will always look at your comment, respond, and all of those things. Just know that I am not looking for pity, I'm not looking for sympathy, I'm really just finding this and using this as an outlet to vent a little bit, and that's about it. Okay? So, now we can continue. The disclaimer's been here, it's been made, now we can continue. So, anyway, I've been feeling a little bit out of it, and I might do something today that I will share for you, or with you, which is also something that I have not ever done. But I wrote a little bit of a poem, and I write a lot, but most of them I do not share with the world. I do not share with anyone, really. They just sit in my vault, and they're there. But they're, a release for me because I wrote it. It's something from the heart, and we'll just do that real quick here. So, standing alone on the edge of the universe is hard enough until you realize that you are no one's favorite person. To some, we just glide through the breeze in and out of people's lives like a carousel that never stops. To others, we stick around and make some kind of impact, but it's never quite enough. For me, on the other hand, this does not occur. I know I'm not a favorite, but rather a side character in everyone else's show. It's hard to accept, but even harder to understand, as everyone deserves something, someone to describe the best as. It never fails to surprise how deeply it runs and the rate at which it hurts. But standing alone on the edge of nothing shows what's really there. I stare up looking up at the stars, waiting for a day that may never come. That's one that I wrote today, and I'm kind of feeling that way as well. Just in my life, I've realized that I really am not anyone's favorite. Like, I am in a lot of people's lives. I talk to many people, but really, as far as a favorite go, it's never me. And it's truly something that it's hard for me to, like, accept because, everyone feels that way. But I just kind of wonder in this particular instance if anyone can relate to that, if anyone can kind of, I don't know, understand what I'm going through when I say that, like, I am not the favorite person. I don't know. It's just one of those things that I am really thinking about for some odd reason today, and it bugs me. It really does. As much as I'm going to try to dispute it and, all of that jazz and stuff, and try to be, the strong person that I was raised to be, rather, it's hard to be vulnerable, I will say. I feel oftentimes, especially as a male, if you're bringing up feelings, if you're, not stomaching every feeling that you are incurring, aside from rage, which apparently we're allowed to exhibit, we're raised like this. Like most males, even to this day, we are raised to just take your feelings, take anything that you have going wrong, and shove it as far down your gullet as you possibly freaking can. Don't bring it up, because every time you bring it up, you're exhibiting weakness. That's what we're taught. And that is something that is truly... It's wrong. It's wrong with society, honestly. I think it takes a lot more strong of a man to realize, or women, I'm not going to judge here, to realize that it takes more effort, more everything to ask for any kind of help. And for me, I know I definitely fall into that category because I oftentimes will refuse to ask for help. No matter how high the water is over my head, no matter what kind of shitstorm the world is throwing at me, I will refuse to ask for help. I just don't. It's just not how I was raised. You figure it out. You don't blame anything. You don't try to, talk yourself out of it or anything. You simply ignore it and you continue going in the direction that you are going. It's as simple as that. That is really what it boils down to, and that is a horrible way to live, honestly. It really messes you up, for lack of a better word there. The more you hold on to it, the more you are just kind of in your feelings and understand that, hey, there's something wrong. I should be taking some kind of precaution. I should be doing something because this is not how you should be feeling, kind of thing. And I know all this, and I've looked into therapy, and I've done all of these things, but I feel it, especially with the wrong person, it just adds more turmoil to the fire. The wrong person, if they listen and betray the trust or anything like that, you're right back to where you started, and that is a terrible thing, truly. But I kind of wanted to shed some light on that today, just because I know I don't always come across as, or most of the time I will hide exactly what I am going through, and just, fake it till I am no longer feeling that way in that particular moment. And I just want y'all to know, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to be vulnerable, and it's okay to really just put yourself out there. Yeah, there's a great potential for hurt, but there is with everything. And so I think that is a really important takeaway that I wish would come across to more people. More people, including my friends, including people that I talk to on a daily basis. I know that many feel the same way. They just stomach it down, they push it all down, swallow it, and hope for the best. And it's so messed up. Why are we living in this kind of society, truly? It just doesn't make sense. These things are out there literally for aid. They're there to offer any kind of aid, to offer any kind of help, to, you know, do everything and make you feel better. And we still feel that we can't. And like I said, I am definitely one of those people. I will often stray away from talking about any kind of emotion, even to closest friends, because at some point, especially with depression, most people think you are a complainer, a whiner, or whatever you want to call it. Most people feel that is exactly what you are, though, because they're like, oh, you know, this is happening. It's happened last Tuesday. It happened a week before that. And so, like, every time you talk about it, especially with someone who does not feel the same or does not have depression, they have no earthly idea of, like, what they're going through or anything like that. And they just think it's like, oh, yeah, you can control this. Just think positively. Yeah, that's great advice. Let's try that. And sometimes that works. Sometimes it does not. It comes to really everything, because it depends if there are people there if you decide when you ask, or if you ask. It depends if people have commented about it. It depends on so many different factors, on if we are even willing to speak up in the first place. Just because we don't want to feel like we are causing trouble, that we are becoming a hassle, or any of those things. We just don't want to, you know? And I think that is one of the biggest reasons that we just, for the most part, suffer in silence. And I'm not saying this is a men-only thing. I'm saying this is a depression thing, just in general. If you have depression, you probably can relate to what I'm saying here. If you have anxiety, you probably can relate to what I'm saying here. That it's a burden that people, you know, have to really try to fix it and stuff like that. And it's not. I just want to let you know that, especially as these two mental illnesses, it's not. You are not alone, and there is so much out there that you can still change. So I just wanted to share a little bit of my thought process on the whole depression, on the whole everything like that, because it is not often that I talk about it. I think the last time I truly sat down and talked about it was 5 or 10 years ago, when I recorded a video about it with Facecam, and just put it out there for the world to see. And obviously, since then, have never done it again. Until now, I guess. But as I grow older here, I just kind of want to start to share my experiences a little bit more. And we'll go back, obviously, and do fun camaraderie, and we might tell a few more stories and such. But I think I do want to get better at this aspect. I think I want to kind of start. Just if I have a problem, I want to be able to get it out there and just kind of vent and see if anyone actually feels the same way about it as well. Because if I know other people feel the same, maybe it will inspire me to do more. It's a weird thing to say it like that, but it is how I think of it. I think everything has a reason for it, and I think everything has potential to change everything, really. In the entire world, it has the potential to change just about everything. And so, yeah, that's going to do it for today. I know it was a rather sad and melancholy episode, but I did not share it for sympathy or empathy or anything like that. I really just want to make people aware that it is really an issue, and it really is something that people still struggle with, no matter how tough they look on the outside. It is definitely something that we will continue to struggle with for eternity, honestly. Especially as technology gets more evolved and we are more alone than we ever have been while being simultaneously connected to everyone. I think it's only going to get worse from here. So, as always, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Ciao.